cancelled, so I have to entertain you for the next hour. I look at myself as a user of vessel traffic information, and I probably sometimes sound fanatic. During this presentation, I hope that I can explain why, and also why I want to have as much as possible information available. The Norwegian Coastal Administration has a variety of tasks that also include maritime monitoring and traffic control. Why do we want to monitor traffic? First of all, rescue life at sea, of course. We also want to protect the environment, reduce material damage, enhance security, reduce the number of accidents, and reduce crime. And I also believe that we, by doing that, protect the freedom of the sea principle, increase efficiency for all parts, and reduce the workload on board and ashore. Here are some examples of why we want to monitor traffic. We want to detect illegal utilization of resources, illegal transshipments, illegal imports, export of goods and people, emergency situations for various reasons, and terror-related activities. Coastal Administration have a vision to have the world's cleanest waters. This is how we want to present Norway. Not like this. Nobody wants a situation like this. Once we have an accident, the impact on the economy and environment can be enormous. It was probably here modern safety at sea thinking was starting. New experience has contributed to a need for a new and more wider focus and development. Today, terrorists and also piracy is hot topics. So why do I bring the home of Santa Claus into this? This is the North Pole. Yes, I do send my wishes to Santa Claus every year. I will come back to that. But I also have been told by the scientists that the polar ice is disappearing, or at least is reduced. And this opens up for new routes, new areas for oil exploration, fisheries, and not at least it can reduce the voyage from Europe to Asia with up to 40%. Norway cooperates with several authorities on exchange of AIS information. This image illustrates the present coverage from shore-based AIS, and as you can see, there is lots of area which is not covered yet. And this is a picture for 2 weeks of traffic along the Norwegian coast. There is not a limit. This is just what we can see from the shore-based side. But the traffic is further out also. I will come back to that. What I want to do is to find a needle in the haystack. Not look at every vessel, but find the one who behave abnormal. How can I do that? By correlating, for instance, satellite images from radar satellite with AIS. I can discover 3 vessels here who are not transmitting AIS, and I want to concentrate on those. Another example from radar satellite is a probable oil spill. This is a picture from northern Norway, close to the border of the Russian Federation. If I combine AIS information, historically AIS information, I can focus on one vessel. This is also an experience. In Norway, we also have experience with illegal transportment of toxic gasoline. The shore-based facilities cleaned the gasoline and ended up with toxic water leftovers in the tank. This tank exploded in the end. The tanker you see on this picture had nothing to do with this accident. Not at all. Not with the transport at all. But this vessel, after the explosion, we went into the AIS historical data and plotted this vessel, who was drifting around in international waters between Norway and Denmark. And we was not able to track the toxic water afterwards, the cargo. And now I start to be fanatic, because I want to catch those vessels. Radar image again over the North Sea. We zoom in. We combine it with shore-based AIS. That's the vessels we have a lot of information about because we have AIS. But if we plot every vessel out there, every yellow dot outside the range of shore-based AIS, there's a lot of vessels all over the ocean. Vessels that we don't have any information on. Just there is a yellow dot. So if one have a distress situation, we can't call up the nearest or the closest vessel for assistance. We don't know which vessel it is. So, Santa Claus. I send my wishes every year to Santa Claus. And this is what's top of the list. AIS on satellite. We have already tried out the antenna and the platform for the satellite from an airplane flying into the North Sea. Here you can see AIS information picked up by that airplane. And you can also correlate the yellow satellite information with shore-based information. It gives us a good picture of what we can expect, or what I want to expect from the satellite. So, here is my dream. The Norwegian satellite will be launched in May this year, coming over the North Pole in polar orbit, picking up the information from the North Atlantic, goes further down the Atlantic Ocean, pick up information from South America, Antarctica, which you can see at the small picture, coming up again over New Zealand, Australia, picking up the information, store it on board, Japan, China, over the North Pole again, and we download the information at the Earth station at Svalbard. So I believe that with AIS on satellite, a range of information about the ship is available. Information is not older than 90 minutes and may also only be a few minutes old. Use of AIS information from satellite will contribute to rescue life at sea, protecting the environment, reducing material damage, enhancing security, reduce the number of accidents, reducing crime, protect the freedom of the sea, in my opinion, increasing the efficiency for all parts, reducing the workload on board and ashore. Integrated use of information and sensors is necessary to detect that one vessel, the special vessel that we want to detect. And global exchange of information is necessary. Even the President of the United States said that. AIS will contribute to saving life and the marine environment. And I think that AIS information from satellite is an important element in e-navigation in the future. Thank you.
last speaker before the coffee break, if there's coffee or not, there will certainly be a break, is Raúl Escalante.